Alright, so welcome to our new lesson today, and we are going to be talking about a new place value period called the tenths. Remember to put today's date on your in your notebook. So now remember from our lesson on Monday that we've established that if you're going to the left on the place value chart, that we're going times 10, right? Oh, it's supposed to be times 10. Times 10. Now, if we're going back to the right on the place value chart, there we are dividing 10. So that the number gets bigger by 10 going this way, and it gets smaller by a factor of 10 going back this way. So now let's say that this rod right here, this flat has a value of one whole, right? That this is equal to one whole. How many rods will it take to cover that flat? Well, if we look at these rods, it'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rods to make one whole flat. There's going to take 10 of those, 10 rods. There's going to take 10 of these to make one whole of those. And the reason why is that each one of these rods has a value that is 1/10 the value of the flat. That means that this is 1/10. And for us to get one whole, we're going to need 10 tenths to make one whole. Or 0.1. This is the fraction, and this is the decimal. So 1/10. So now what a decimal is a fraction with a denominator that has a value of 10, 100, or 1,000, and even more. But as far as 4th and 5th grade, we're only going to be concerned with these decimals right here. And anytime we see a decimal point, it's going to mean and. Because like just say for example that we have these flats. And you remember that each one of these flats has a value of one whole, right? And then we have some rods. Each one of those rods has a value of 0.1. Well, if we add those together, we have 3 wholes. The decimal means and we have 3 tenths. We have some wholes, and then we have some things that are not a whole. So we have 3 things that are whole and 3 tenths, which means that they did not make a whole by themselves. It takes more of them to make one whole. So welcome to the new period on our place value chart, the decimals, and we're going to be talking about tenths and hundredths. And remember that this means and. So let's look at a quick example. Let's say that we had this number 4 and 3 tenths. We don't have any hundreds, so it's 4 and 3 tenths. We always look at where the number is. So how do we say that? Well, we say 4 and 3 tenths. Well, how do we put it in expanded form? Well, 4.00 plus 0.30, or like this, 4.00 plus 0.30, which will give us 4 and 30 hundredths. Remember how we always did it at first? that we always go through when we highlight, and that gives us our number in standard form, which is 4 and 30/10. So that's the end of the lesson on the new place value pairs, the decimals, and we're talking about the tenths. Stay tuned for our lesson on the hundredths. Will be coming up a little bit later.